Hello everyone and welcome back to Heat Notify. In this video I'm going to be showing you guys all the bots within my botting setup. So let's go ahead and begin today's video. Before we go ahead and do that, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and comment down below what your current botting setup is. So the bots that are going to be mentioned in this video is CageAio, Solario, MacAio and CageAio. So let's begin with CageAio. So when you boot up the bot, this is what it's going to look like. You have an analytics page to go ahead and track the analytics through your botting activity. You have your task page, the profiles, accounts, proxies and settings. So obviously the analytics page is pretty useful when it comes to your botting statistics regarding how you perform within the bot. So you have total checkouts, amount spent, declines and your checkouts overview, and you can also filter this between different time periods as well, and then that is illustrated on this graph. The task page is pretty simple. The tasks are separated under these headers. You can go ahead and create a task. They support all these stores at the moment. You can go through the task creation process if you wish, and then for the settings page you can go ahead and configure your delays, your webhook, your capture keys, and you can view your key as well. And for the accounts page you can go ahead and create a group and your account will appear here. So that is the brief rundown of CageAio. Let's move over to the next bot. Moving on to the next bot, it is Solario. So let's go ahead and break down what's inside within the bot. The way their task works is through task groups. So you can go ahead and hit the new task group button. You go ahead and configure it. So let's say we do video showcase test, and then you can go ahead and select the site and they will go ahead and create a group regarding that site under that name. As you guys can see, it illustrates how many tasks are created within that group as well by this number here, and they're separated. So this is pretty useful when you are botting multiple sites at once. You can go ahead and track how each group is doing. Now just to touch on the settings page, you can go ahead and configure delays. You can go ahead and separate your positive and negative webhook, which is pretty unique. Not a lot of bots actually have that at the moment. You can go ahead and configure your desktop notifications. Then obviously you have your quick task auto solve, and then you can go ahead and import and export a variety of data within the bot. For the capture section, you can go ahead and configure capture profiles. Once you've configured all these details, you hit the open button, you get one to pop up, and this is what it looks like. Then the captures that your task go ahead and experience will be sent here to be solved. To go ahead and wrap up the Solario part of this video, you can actually go ahead and create cookie generators for certain sites. So for example, I'm on JD US at the moment. I can create a task, go ahead and select my proxy list, change the quantity, hit create task, and it goes ahead and creates those tasks, and cookies can go ahead and be generated. I don't have any valid proxies at the moment, but that's how that process works. Moving on to MacAio, this is a pretty unique look on how a bot actually looks like in terms of its interface, but I'm going to go ahead and break down what we can see here. You can go ahead and create task groups if you wish. You go ahead and select what it's for. So for example, if I wanted to create some sneakers tasks, I go ahead and name this release. Let's call it video test release. Then I can go ahead and select the region, hit create, and it goes and creates it. So a similar system to what was used in Solario. As you guys can see, there are task groups dedicated to certain sites, and you can go ahead and configure them once you're inside. You hit this button to go ahead and create task. You set the accounts. Obviously it's different based on the site you're botting, but this is what this process looks like. Now moving over to the tools section, you have three unique features here. You have the capture section to go ahead and create capture solvers. So I've gone ahead and configured one here. Let's wait for it to open. This is what the harvester is going to look like. When your tasks go through the checkout process and it encounters captures, it'll be sent here to be solved. So that's how that looks like. If you move over to the cookie section on the tools page, it'll go ahead and fetch cookies for sneakers. Obviously you can go ahead and utilize that if you wish, like I just did. As you guys can see, the cookie solvable 124. Then you have the capgen. This is where you can go ahead and use third-party services for capture generation, such as 2Capture, Anti-Capture, AYCD and CapMonster, if you wish to go ahead and utilize that. And then you have the settings tab where you can view a variety of information, and you can go ahead and add rates for certain sites within the bot. Moving on to the final bot for this video, it is CageAio. So let's go ahead and break this down. This is a CLI based bot. There is actually no user interface, so it is a bit different, but let's go ahead and break it down. As you guys can see, I am activated, and you can see the logo here. If you want to go ahead and bring up all the help options here, type in dash and the H letter, and this is what it's going to look like. You obviously activate your key when you first boot up. You have the webhook functions, global functions, task functions. Then you have a variety of task commands here. You can go to profile options, and you have the changing options as well. When it comes to CLI bots like CageAio, it completely depends on what people prefer. I personally don't mind it, but I know a lot of people do like user interfaces. So it's always good to have a mix, because some CLI bots do perform very well, and you don't want to restrict yourself to bots that only have a user interface. And that is going to go ahead and conclude this video regarding my botting setup. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and make sure to comment down below your botting setup. I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace out.